And about a month later, and about a week before he died, which was on the 13th of June, 1645, he wrote his final piece, which is called the Dakodo, which translates to the path of aloneness, or the way to go forth alone, or the way of walking alone, or the way to be followed alone. I found all those different translations. And all those titles, one thing that comes through clearly is that this is a piece about asceticism, which is a great word. And you hear it a lot in religious philosophies, and it means severe self-discipline and avoidance of all forms of indulgence. That's what asceticism is. And so here, he's got these 21 rules. These 21 rules to walk this path of aloneness. And we're going to go through them. 1, accept everything just the way it is. That's pretty simple. And it's pretty damn powerful. 2, do not seek pleasure for its own sake. 3, do not under any circumstances depend on a partial feeling. 4, think lightly of yourself and deeply of the world. That's called humility. 5, be detached from desire your whole life long. And that's hard to do. And there's one of my, if I had to pick a favorite poet besides Shakespeare, but there's another guy named William Blake who is a poet, and he was a painter, and he printed things, and I studied him in college. Didn't like a lot of stuff I studied in college, but I liked William Blake. And one of the things that when I read that line, I thought about something that William Blake had said, and this is a totally contrary to that. Listen to this. Those who restrain desire do so because theirs is weak enough to be restrained. I'm not even going to take a side on that one. I'm going to let Musashi and William Blake figure that one out. I think you got to balance those two. I guess I just took a side. No, I didn't.
No,
I went right in the middle.
Right in the middle, the balance.
I'm about the balance. 6, do not regret what you have done. 7, never be jealous. Boom, by the way. 8, never let yourself be saddened by a separation. 9, resentment and complaint are appropriate neither for oneself or others. We don't like complaints around here. 10, do not let yourself be guided by the feeling of lust or love. Now, if people could obey that one, especially between the ages of 16 and 25, you solve all kinds of problems for self in your life. 11, in all things have no preferences. Think about that. Think about that. Think about of everything that you deal with on a day-to-day basis, you try and not have preferences. 12, be indifferent to where you live. That's a tough one for me. Kind of like San Diego.
Yeah.
Do not pursue the taste of good food. Kind of a challenging one.
Yes,
maybe he wasn't
he didn't
around ribeyes much.
But he was around sushi though, so it's I guess true. There's something, in my opinion.
But I'll tell you what, the fasting thing is I've been like just getting after some fast lately. It feels so good.
Yeah.
It feels so good. And somebody asked me on Twitter the other day, do you ever not scratch an itch just to work on your discipline?
I saw that.
And I was like, oh, yeah, who doesn't do that, right? But there is something cool about the fasting, the control, the discipline is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool to do. And it feels rewarding.
Yeah.
It feels rewarding. Every time you say, I don't really need to eat that, whatever that thing is.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not going to die.
Yeah.
I can make it to, this evening when I'm going to eat a nice big dinner.
Mm-hmm.
There's something good about that. There's something rewarding.
Yep. Yeah, in a couple of ways, for sure. That itch thing, I've done that before. Like, actually, a lot of times just to see, not because, I'm going to, see how tough I can be with not scratching the itch, but just to see, like, what's going to happen to the itch? It usually gets scratched and that's it. Like, what's going to happen, though, if I just let it go?
Maybe your arm will grow and get infected.
Yeah. But I found this two different things. One thing that happens is the itch simply goes away.
Yeah, it goes away.
And the other one, ultimately, they both go away. But the other one is like, it gets crazy. To the point where you get, bro, like it was a mosquito bite.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a little different.
Yeah, but still, it's an itch, though.
True.
But the itch just gets, like, deeper, and it's crazy. But it goes away.
Yeah.
Discipline.
14, do not hold on to possessions you no longer need. Again, the original minimalists here.
Yeah.
I need to get minimalist with some of my old T-shirts.
Make way for the new ones.
Got those old T-shirts. No, I got old jiu-jitsu T-shirts from 1997 competition. I don't want to throw that away. They got a little sentimental meaning. I want that thing.
Yeah, I just gave you a new one. Let's not get rid of that one.
This is an interesting one. Number 15, do not act following customary beliefs. So here's a guy, from the samurai tradition, steeped in tradition. He's like, don't act by his customary beliefs.
Yeah.
Have an open mind.
Yeah.
Do not collect weapons or practice weapons beyond what is useful. Well, some of us like weapons. Yes. Do not fear death. Number 17, do not fear death. That's affirmative. Number 18, do not seek to possess either goods or fiefs beyond your old age or for your old age. Makes sense, right? 19, respect Buddha and the gods without counting on their help. Without counting on their help. Seems like a good move. Number 20, you may abandon your own body, but you must preserve your honor. Indeed. And number 21, never stray from the way. And that's some incredible guidance. And so much of it is so simple and yet so powerful, and it's from 1645. And what struck me the most about these 21 rules, is that he wrote them on his deathbed. And the suspicion is he died of some kind of cancer, which had rapidly weakened him. And this is what he wrote on his deathbed. He wrote about not letting desires control you, but controlling your desires. He wrote not about gaining more possessions, but ridding yourself of them. He wrote about not being the center of the world, but being humble and being in the world. And he wrote, as a warrior, not about fighting things, but accepting them. And he wrote about controlling his feelings. And all those rules, what they're about is they're about discipline. discipline. And in his final days, after this incredible life that he lived, he knew it was discipline that would set him free from those clouds of confusion. And I think we should probably all pay attention to that.